Famous pop star in the world, the late Michael Jackson. She is here to talk about her life and her first starring role in a movie, London's Bridge and the Three Keys. Please welcome Paris Jackson. What is that a dance I need to learn?
Yeah, it's a cousin. It's my cousin and I made it up. It's a dance called the Trillion.
The Trillion?
Yeah.
And why is it called the Trillion?
We call him Don Trillius.
Uh-huh.
And I just thought of the name Trillion.
And so what is it exactly?
Well, you lean side to side, kind of like the Dougie.
I got it.
And then your aim is to get your elbow to hit your rib.
All right, like that? And then one arm's out like that?
One arm's out like this, yeah.
I don't feel cool like that at all. Somehow you made that look cool, and now I just feel like that's a joke, right? You're making me look like an idiot. You're trying to make me look foolish, and so you made up a dance so I'm next show out here like this going, I'm doing the Trillion. But and who's caught on so far? You and your cousin. Who else is doing it?
A few. I've tried to get my softball team to do it.
Are they doing it?
No.
See? Then I'm not going to do it. If your softball team won't do it. It seemed like a good idea, though. I know the Dougie a little bit. I learned the Dougie. So let's talk about, first of all, your brothers are in the audience. Hey, how are y'all? Blanket? I think that's sweet. They're very supportive because this is your first time on television by yourself talking, right?
Yeah.
Are you excited? Are you nervous?
Kinda.
Really? But look, they're so friendly, those people. They love you. So you're doing a movie. You're going to be in a movie. Is this something that you've known you wanted to do for a while?
Yeah, I love acting. It's
you
like
love acting?
Passion.
And how early on did you know you wanted to act?
Well, when I was really little. Because my dad was in the movie Moonwalker, and I knew he could sing really well, but I didn't know he can act. And I saw that, I'm like, wow, I want to be just like him. So.
And how old were you then?
I was little, I was younger than Blanket.
Really? And did you tell him? Did you tell your dad you wanted to act?
Yeah, and we did improvs together, and he would give us little scenarios, and he's like, okay, so in this scene you're gonna cry, and I'd cry on the spot.
You could cry on the spot?
Yes.
That's impressive. So then you got away with all kinds of things. Then he didn't know if you were really crying or if you were just acting, probably.
Apparently I was faking it a lot of times.
Oh, really? So that's cool. So y'all used to do improv. Did all of you do improv, or you just did improv with your dad?
Prince would do it sometimes, and Blanket was a little shy, but yeah.
But are you the only one who wants to act? Do you sing? Are you musical?
Well, I'm no Beyonce, but I sing a little bit.
Nobody's Beyonce. Beyonce is the only Beyonce. But you do sing?
A little bit.
And do you play an instrument?
I teach myself piano.
And so, but more than music, you'd rather act?
Yes.
And do you feel like, is it because it's kind of scary to all of a sudden be Michael Jackson's daughter trying to do music? Like, you think people are going to judge that?
Well, I understand that I would be put on a certain level compared to him.
Yes. And
I might not meet everybody's standards, but, I mean, it's me, so.
Exactly, it's you. You gotta be you. Now, and you also, you want to babysit? Is that another job that you're looking to do?
Yeah, I love kids.
You love kids? And have you been babysitting?
Well, my cousins, I sometimes take care of my cousins.
The one that taught you the trillionaire?
No, he's actually 19. So
okay. And so how old are your cousins that you're babysitting?
Well, they're my cousin's children. So Dee Dee is 3, and so is Bryce. And I want to take care of the little babies that were just born recently.
And are they going to let you do that?
I don't know.
How much will you charge?
Probably $10 an hour.
Is that the going rate for babysitters, $10 an hour? That's good. And so I think that's interesting that people would think, well, you don't have to work, obviously, but you want to work and you want to earn money. Do you think that sounds like people would be surprised?
No, I don't think so.
I think so. I think so. And also, you go to school, right? And have you always gone to school, or were you homeschooled for a while?
I was homeschooled for a long time, and then in 7th grade I went to my school, Buckley.
And how are you enjoying school?
I love it. It's definitely a different experience.
Are people there, do they treat you differently, or do you feel like you have a very regular childhood?
I do have a regular childhood. I mean, I'm treated the same. Like when I came to Buckley, they didn't know who I was. I'm like, yes, I've got a chance to be normal. So.
And they didn't know who you were because you used to wear masks all the time. And when you would wear the mask, do you remember thinking, because obviously your dad did that to protect you so nobody would know who you are and you could go out and have a regular life. But do you remember wearing a mask going, this is kind of weird?
Yeah, I'm like, this is stupid. Why am I wearing a mask?
Right.
But yeah, I kind of realized the older I got, like he only tried to protect us, and he explained that to us too.
Right, right. And did you know he was Michael Jackson? Did you have any idea that your dad was who he was? I mean, obviously not early on because he's just your dad. But then at some point did you go, oh my God, he's like, you know, the most amazing pop star in the world?
When I was really little, I didn't know that. Like, I just thought like, oh yeah, he's got a few songs out, but I figured everyone did that.
Right. He has more songs than most people.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of songs. Really, when you think about in the catalog the music that he's done, it's pretty amazing. And do you like know all of his stuff? Do you like have you watched everything?
All of his songs by heart.
By heart, every one of his songs. Do you have a favorite song of his?
That's really tough. Like 99% of my brain is his music.
Really?
Just music in general.
And what do you listen to other than Michael Jackson and Beyonce, obviously? What kind of music do you listen to?
Well, I love Chris Brown. I listen to Mindless Behavior, Rihanna, Coldplay. I have several different categories that I love to listen to.
So you're a big music fan.
Yes.
And yet you're going into acting. I think you're going to end up going into singing as well. I predict. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to talk about, and I want to hear the most memorable thing that your dad ever told you, because I thought it was an interesting thing that I read. So we'll be right back with Paris. We're back with Paris Jackson, who is available to babysit your children. If you have any children, especially small ones, she wants baby children. Baby children. I don't know what that is. So let's talk about why is this, I'm sure you've had other offers or you've looked into other roles, but why is this London's Bridge and the Three Keys, why is this the first film you want to do?
Well, London's Bridge is about trying to stop pollution, and I know my dad always wanted to heal the world, and I think it would be great to follow in his footsteps and try and just help the world.
And try and heal the world. That's a good goal. Well, I'm glad you're continuing on that path, because he really did. He sang about that a lot. He sang about trying to change things and love one another and be kind to one another. And also this movie and this book gives back, right?
Yes, it actually 50% of the profits of the movie and the book, they go back to schools. Because I know that there are a lot of schools that aren't as fortunate as my school, and even my school is struggling with a few sports things. Like, we can't afford a high school football team. And like, I know a lot of schools, they can't afford like performing arts, they can't do sports, and that's like the fun part of school. I mean, academics is just boring.
Yeah, well, and yet important.
Yeah, it's important.
And when you say, you play sports, don't you?
Yes,
you said
I do.
softball, and what else do you play?
I love football and a little bit of basketball. I like to watch basketball a little more than play it.
More than play it?
Yeah.
What are you best at?
Volleyball and football.
Really? And I know that you really idolize your brother, Prince, right?
Yeah.
And because whatever he does, you try to do the same thing?
Kind of.
Like most recently, what was the thing that he did that you wanted to do?
Last year, when he was in 8th grade, he played on the varsity flag football team as a left guard. And this year, when I'm in 8th grade, I decided to go on the football team. I was on the same team and same position.
Really? Yeah. Wow. That's sweet that y'all are so close. All right, and let's, I read this morning, and the most memorable thing that your dad said to you was?
He said, if I die tomorrow, always remember what I told you. And I took his advice, and I remembered everything he told me.
That's amazing, and that he would say that to you. So you remember everything. Well, and I told you during the break, I'm so proud of you. What a life you've had. What an amazing thing that you've had to go through. And we all feel the loss, and I can't imagine what your loss feels like, but you're an amazing, amazing young girl and handling yourself beautifully. Thank you for being here, all right?
Thank you so much.
For more information on how you can purchase... Oh, I have a gift before we go. This is for your first, get ready for your first film. I'm going to give you this. And then also I have a chair for you. Andy, bring the chair out so you have your own chair. You're ready. You're ready for your movie.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. For more information on how you can purchase the book, London's Bridge and the Three Keys, go to our website. We'll be right back. Paris Jackson, everybody.